This is the Padua Podcast Network. My laundry's in here, and I don't really want to literally air my dirty laundry on video. Running a Fever, episode 199, Good versus Bad Cholesterol. Welcome to Running a Fever. My name is Michael Davis. Today I'm in the Running a Fever World Headquarters recording studio, and I'm trying to get some video here, which is kind of weird and kind of difficult because not only am I in a closet, which is the most suitable place I have to do recording, but also my laundry is in here, and I don't really want to literally air my dirty laundry on video. So it's kind of difficult, but I think I'm going to achieve it. So check out the YouTube. What is good cholesterol and what is bad cholesterol? We're concerned about cholesterol because it has become common knowledge that too much can lead to heart disease, which is the number one cause of death in most of the developed world. But cholesterol isn't all bad. There's also good cholesterol. And if you have enough of that, your risk of heart disease actually drops. So what are the types of cholesterol? Which is good and which is bad? And how do we get more of the good kind and less of the bad? Well, bad cholesterol is called LDL, which stands for low-density lipoprotein. Lipoproteins are kind of like the packages in which cholesterol is transported throughout the body. LDL cholesterol increases the risk of heart disease. How? It builds up in arteries, forming plaque and causing a condition called arteriosclerosis, aka hardening of the arteries. Now, this impairs blood flow and makes your heart's job that much harder. Good cholesterol is called HDL, or high-density lipoprotein. HDL decreases the risk of heart disease. This type of lipoprotein carries cholesterol from other parts of the body to your liver where it can be dealt with. So it's the opposite of what LDL does. Cholesterol is very important to how the body works, actually. It forms the walls of all animal cells. Dietary cholesterol comes in the forms of HDL and LDL, but the American Heart Association's recommendations are based on total blood cholesterol. And this makes sense since the lipoprotein HDL reduces total blood cholesterol and the LDL increases it. So how do you know if you've got too much or too little? It's measured in milligrams per deciliter, and you get a blood test. You can get it from your doctor. And it's usually part of my annual physical when I, get that blood test every year, and it's part of that report that I get. Less than 200 is desirable, milligrams per deciliter. Lower, that's gives you, generally associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Between 200 and 240 is borderline high risk, and then over 240 is definitely high risk. So my recommendation is make sure you get a cholesterol test as part of your annual physical exam. If you haven't had one, just go to your doctor and get one. So there is some controversy over cholesterol and how you should modify your diet in order to use this knowledge to increase your longevity and reduce your risk of heart disease. The claims of benefits of low saturated fat diet have been challenged. An NCBI, which is the National Center for Biotechnology Information, an NCBI analysis of the widely published studies on which the USDA relies in its dietary recommendations, one study said the evidence does not clearly support cardiovascular guidelines that encourage high consumption of polyunsaturated fatty acids and low consumption of total saturated fats. The claim of HDL's beneficial effect has also been challenged. Bottom line, there's more to be learned, and there's still some questions out there. Be sure to check out episode 140 for more on trans fat, saturated fat, and omegas. And I will have references to the links that I used to prepare for this episode. I'm kind of happy with my cholesterol. I did get it taken, last year and the year before, and it's improved quite a bit. Just the changes in my diet that going to a lower fat, I think going to a lower fat diet has a lower saturated fat diet, and changing, like getting rid of vegetable oil and replacing it with peanut oil using coconut oil, using the omega-3 rich fats and getting those instead of the trans fat, etc. And I think all of that is just kind of coming together. My diet's a lot better than it used to be. I don't know that I have past reports available where I could see a trend. I might be able to get that from my doctor, but definitely everything's fine this year. I think it's actually less than 100, but definitely less than 200. So I don't have to worry too much about that. Do get that checked out. And, if you have any more information, let me know. I'd really like to know what you have found out about this and what your experience is. So hit me up at mail@runningafever.com. If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't have it, catch it. I'll talk to you next time on Running a Fever.